Good morning, guys. We are back this morning. This cold morning. It's supposed to actually, it's cold now in Georgia, but it's supposed to heat up later on. So we'll see how it goes. But we are back with some more Country Way sketch reviews. Yes, I'm going to be doing my hair, my review today. Um, yeah, you see how, like, the healthiness of that. You see that? And people are like, oh yeah, your hair damaged, you gotta go up the shirt. Let me tell you what. See, sometimes going back to when you grew up, you gotta sometimes go back to that. Because my mother never trimmed our hair. She trimmed our hair by the way of the ends. Like if the well, my sister had, back then, we always called that good hair. So my sister always had that good hair that, she'd go get her hair washed and braided. They really had to get blow dry. I had to get my hair washed and then put into all these damn braids. So then she could come along like 2 months later and then decide, yeah, you see me, yeah, I'm using my Baskin ladder like I tell y'all I use all the time. Here's the scalp oil, okay? But I do have the edge control. Here's the edge control. But you can see I don't use it as much. I don't use that edge control as much. Okay. It smells good too. But sometimes we gotta go back to the basic of how we do our hair back in old school. And old school was always, you cut your my mother used to always clip our split ends. Like, and the way she would do it is she would look at it and see if the comb actually, well, for my hair, if the straightening comb wasn't going all the way through and it would stop at certain ends, she would cut them. Like, she would literally go in there and she would cut them pieces. But if that straightening comb went all the way through, no, she would not cut them ends. Your hair, she would tell you your hair's fine and get out her face after she do it. I used to love my mother when she used, I used to, well, not love my mother when she, I used to always love when my mother did my hair because of, when I was young, I didn't like when she did it. Because I'd sit there and be like, I could never see the grease that she had. And she'd use Suffer 8. And I'd be like, were you spitting in my hair? And she'd be like, if you don't get out my face, ain't nobody spitting in your hair. Because my mother ain't curse. Like, she ain't curse. So she'd be like, nobody spitting in your hair. If you don't get out my face, girl. And I'd be like, she's spitting in my damn hair. And she'd be like, what you said? I'd be like, nah, I ain't say nothing. But sometimes we gotta go back to old school of how we take care of our hair. Because y'all sit here and y'all go by this new age of, oh yeah, if it's damaged through the hair shaft, you gotta cut it all off, you gotta start all over again. It's gonna grow back. Yeah, the shit is gonna grow back, but it's gonna take a while. And it depends on how old you are. Because the older you get, the longer it takes for your hair to grow. I'm sorry, but that's true. The older you get, the longer it takes for your hair to grow back, okay? So I ain't trying to cut shit off. Like, I'll cut my ends off. And I have this thing of OCD that if I'm sitting there, that's why I put my hair in these braids all the time. Cause if I'm sitting there and I see that I have some split ends going on, oh yeah, I'll cut them. I don't care. That's why I actually put them in these two braids all the time, because if not, I'll be sitting there cutting pieces and pieces of my hair. Okay, but anyway, the skits I want to review is, it was just so exciting yesterday to see Pernell and the family just have smiles on their faces, and they were just so enjoying themselves. Even Larry, and the advice that Shara gave Larry about, on this trip, no, you might not want to call your wife because she's going to change your energy, but you need to at least tell her that you made it to Miami, okay? At least tell her that even if you gotta text it to her, let her know that you did make it, okay? But because at the end of the day, you don't want her to worry. Even though Charlotte don't like her, but she gave, and it just showed that Charlotte is not trying to go after Larry. Don't nobody want Larry except for Bethany. Now, maybe Larry wants Shara, but Shara's not trying to go after Larry. She had plenty chances to go after Larry, and she have not. Okay? And that's just Bethany's insecurities that's happening. Because that's what they think. That's what a lot of people, a lot of women, they feel that, oh yeah, he with me now, but he might end up leaving me to go back to a black woman. Anybody worry about them? Y'all can have them little Negroes. Cause shit, they wasn't cute enough to stay in over here, okay? Anyway, anyway, let me go back to topic. I'm going off topic. So that was just so nice to see that. Now they got this mystery of somebody's at the door early this morning, and they're not showing it who's at the door and everything, and they trying to keep us. They trying to keep our attention to the skits today, which they will, because I do this because you got so much going on in life that sometimes you just want to take a breather away from life, of your real life. You just want to take a breather and just say, let me just entertain myself with something else for right now. Because, and it's not that it could be anything bad. It's just that you want to just peek in and see, okay, what's going on in the shows. I usually take this time to actually catch up on my series that I haven't caught up on, like my sisters. I got to catch up on that. And I take this time just to actually review the skits, review other new shows that's coming out and stuff, and just get away. Just like you're not always thinking about what's going on in your life. Just a breather. We all need that. We all need that breather. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta look for a rubber band. Got one. Got two really. So at the end of the day, we all need that. We all need that piece that, you want to occupy your mind with something else. Because my mind always continues to race. I don't know how you guys' mind always does it, but even in retirement, my mind always continues to race, and I have to find things or do things to get it to calm down sometimes. Yes, I'm on my thing. So you got to actually always try to do things to calm your mind down sometimes. And then I saw a skit where Delisa was crashing out last night and everything, and I'm like, she told me so she want to call Amon to give him his money and all, whatever she was saying. I ain't really watched the whole damn thing because I was like, it was enough. Too much BBL going on for me, fighting over on the floor and shit between her and Carly Red. It was just too much for me. So, but anyway, then I saw the skit this morning that dropped where Amber and Anthony gonna come in the room with that damn box of vacations and stuff. It was like, we could go on vacation, we could go anywhere, we could do this, we could do that. And Amber played him just like a fool. Because Amber was like, oh my God, yes, Aunt, yes. Then she said, yeah, thank you for you thinking that I was going to be that easy. Yeah, thank you, thank you for thinking that I was going to be that easy. No, I'm not that easy, okay? No. And so she was like, because you're going to sit here and come with a box of, why now? Why are you doing this now? You took Shayla on vacation. You did all this stuff for Shayla, but you ain't do shit for me when you came back. But just sit in my damn face. That's all you did. But yeah, thank you. And so, and that was the whole problem, is that he really thought that was going to actually get her, because he really thinks she's not serious. Even though I know a lot of people saying, well, she's not serious until we see her go visit the divorce lawyer. I will believe that too when that happens. But I do think that she is holding him to that damn grain of salt right now until things change. And no, she's not doing this because she wants to be with some damn man or whatever else. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all sit here and y'all will actually the side chicks on these comments be they out there wow. They out there wow. Because they'll sit there and they'll be like, oh yeah, they'll allow Shayla to do all the shit that she does, but yet and still, as soon as Amber do anything, oh, look at Amber, she just want this, she just like that lifestyle, she just need to be married, she just need to have that. And it's not even true. It's not even true. And y'all need to stop it. Y'all two need to stop it. And sometimes I think some of the men out here is I hate to call them this, but sometimes I think some of the men is off kilter. Okay, I really do. But anyway, she did tell him that was not going to work for her. So now he got to come up with another plan and see what he's going to do, because them shits ain't working. Them shits ain't working, Anthony. You should did all that when you first came back in the house, but you did none of that. Then you over there telling Shayla that you love her and that you miss her, that you miss being free with her. Okay, why don't we do this? Give Amber her divorce. Give her, she wins the restaurant and the divorce, okay? That restaurant becomes very successful. She makes millions of dollars. She makes millions of dollars in that restaurant. She opens up more restaurants. Let Shayla and Anthony get back together and raise Kyle. Let them get back together. No problem. Let them live in that miserable mansion that they got. Let them get back together. And then all of a sudden something happens to Kyle. Nothing serious, but something happens that he needs a blood transfusion. And I said this before. He needs a blood transfusion. He goes to the hospital. And all of a sudden, they find out that Anthony is not Kai's father. It's not, and that's karma for both Shayla and Anthony. Because now y'all two is in a relationship. What are you going to do now? Amber's gone. Okay? Amber's gone. Amber's not a part of y'all life anymore. And that is going to be karma for the both of them. That will be the storyline that you could actually extend onto, because now he's stuck in this relationship with this little boy that he thought was his, and come to find out it's not his. But now he got to raise that little boy like it is his, because that's the only father he knows. So if you want to do something like that, that's fine. That is fine. But don't stop trying to do this off of Amber's back. That is always Amber the one that have to suffer. Amber is the one that actually takes the losses. She continues taking losses after losses after losses. Nobody else in Skitland take these losses. No one else. No one else. So we'll see how this is going to happen. Well, excuse me, guys. You see how easy it take me to go do my little 2 braids. I just put them in there real quick, because I'm getting up and I'm going to be out the house today, because we got an art festival happening. So I will be down at the art festival enjoying myself and taking it easy, but still enjoying myself. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Talk of the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, subscribe, and continue to leave your comments. I do enjoy your comments, and I do read them. Thank you guys, and we will tune in to the next Country Wayne Skit Review. I am Tasha, and we're going to keep this moving.